Effort. Why people we meet, why many of the people we meet, perhaps even most, don't put effort. Right? This is talking about seeing those around us in our world that if you happen to be a person of a disposition who looked at your personal issues, and I'm talking about stuff on the outside, right? Which there's always, the problem is there's always something hidden on the inside that the issue of why a person's not putting effort is really all about. And we've become a society that will act like everybody deserves a complete pass. And that becomes from our fictitious relationship with our concept of abundance, right? Because we've built a system where we just rob ourselves of the value of our labor by quantifying everything into money. As long as somebody makes money, regardless of the value of that money, then you can base your effort on how much grace you've given them for their inability, right? The world that'll give you a handout because you're living in perpetual injury. And then the big reason why they don't like having the message out there like mine is because people don't want to admit that the reality is that they don't want to sacrifice anything more than money, which all they have to do is X, Y, and Z plans that function within their life, right? And because our world is designed in such a way where somebody will provide for that life, you never have to make the sacrifice to have that life, and thus you can live on your injury. And so when somebody tells you, which regardless of whether you're provided for or not, is better for you as a person, regardless of whether you feel fulfilled by people who accept you for who you are or not, it's like it becomes an oh no, X reason why I can't do that, or no, like I don't want to talk about it, but I'm not going to get into that. Or they're going to try and see if they can get away with the lip service of, oh, that's interesting, I'll look into it. When you're really you really don't mean that. You really don't want to get into all this stuff. Then you feel like pushed about it. And then that push is only coming from like your experience of them. It maybe pops up more often than not, right? Here you are, like we're all trying to get a thing done, and you can't do much with it, so like yoga, right? A lot of fitness oriented people do not have a mindset for yoga on the level that completely unlocks a certain ability within you as you are working out every little limitation in the functionality of your body. Right? Yoga is just body maintenance, effectively. Stretching and even pressure to a certain extent. You know, doing things like massages also are going to work with that construct, right? You know, if your partner can't give you a massage, you've got the wrong damn partner, right? Or the one who can't give you the massage is not partner material in the grand scheme of all the little things that is best for you to have in that respect. You know. So you have this problem where your mindset on a practical level has to think in accord to both what's best for the general aspects of your life, right? Because this is not, it's not even supposed to be such a sacrifice that it's supposed to ruin anything, right? What ultimately happens is that you realize how much time you were wasting anyway, right? Because it's one thing to, like, time is the one thing that is of value in and of itself. And thus, if you waste your time a lot, which is where all this shit comes from in the first place, it's actually a smaller sacrifice than your mind rationalizes on behalf of your ego. Right? This is why, you know, everybody's saying put down video games, right? Because you're not getting time for putting yourself through the motions that are based on testosterone production, which is going to straighten out all sorts of things about you in a general sense of your manhood, right? And video games, as the big money industry that they are, they're going to be based on either extreme replay value, extreme engagement in the short play value, or they are going to have the continual experience because of its activity on networks. You know, like a mobile, like you know, like I kind of like the Final Fantasy VII mobile app game, which kind of makes a mobile version of Final Fantasy VII, but it's also does a lot of your normal mobile game apps where you get like all these characters, even characters from other games, and there's different non-plot oriented missions to gain goodies and stuff that you can use those characters in, and the whole thing just revolves around around making sure you've made enough progress in certain side quests so that way you can continue the main quest. Because of the challenge rating and a handful of other prerequisites. So it keeps you busy, but it also makes the game go slow. Like, I haven't left Midgard yet. And I also haven't played it, I haven't been playing, like, every day. Right? Like, I can find myself getting into it for, like, an hour because you'll open up the app, 15 minutes will go by, and you just realize that you've finished with setup to go and actually go and do some fights because you wanted to do all your maintenance and level up all your weapons and put all the and equip all your magic to all your dudes and make sure that that you've micromanaged the stats of each of your combos of different groups that you have in your save folder of different group combos, because you can have any combination of any 3 characters in anything outside of the main plots of the game. In short, it asks for a whole lot of mental stuff that the guy brain likes to get into all those technicalities. For the ladies that kind of are into this, the weeb girls and stuff like that, it's obviously, it's got the accessorizing aspect to it, and all those other little things that the gals have grown to like about video games. But sorry, I don't want my foot feels weird and heavy. Anyway, so I honestly, and I know it's like that with these games, but like, I dived in it at the time, like a month or so ago, because it happened to be a place where my energy was like, I could do a mobile game, right? Because I wanted something for a little bit of my downtime when I wasn't home, for the large part. I was feeling a little nostalgic for the mid-90s, I think, when PlayStation 1 and Squaresoft was like king of the fucking universe. But it's not a terrible itch. It's not a terrible itch. I've already made the sacrifices of such a nature. So you have a different relationship with it going back. And you can feel it as a mark of maturity. That also, it's just like, yeah, but here you are, you're still enjoying it. And nothing bad is going to happen with this time that you've given. Right? Because you're thinking of all your other priorities and you're in an okay place for everywhere that you're at right now. Because believe me, it's also been a sacrifice of just like, all right, pick up your guitar. It's just like, no, you still got a gun. No, you're going to do abs today. And the guitar is going to have to wait another week, perhaps, because you've got some more abs to go. Like, because that's more of an itch. That's more of an itch for me right now, because I need this body to be, a tank. Because I want it to serve me in both functionality, protection, ability, and development as a vehicle of success, of achievement. And so it's quite a good idea, because people don't understand the principle of being hard on yourself. A lot of people, they understand it in the sense of destructive criticism. Like, they'll let their mind rip them apart and make them into something small, terrible, always in the wrong. But they don't have a healthy way of their body being a force of encouragement, where the message sounds much more akin to what you could be capable of with certain effort that can be reinforced, etc., etc. Alright. Park my car here and then move it before I get a ticket later. Alright, I've arrived. I am probably going to be a minute late or something like that, so let me let you guys go. And keep in mind the voice of constructive criticism. And knowing how to present it in a way where it applies to the context of the situation and why it is your business to say so. All right, I'll catch you later.